Welcome to this explainer. Today, we're zeroing in on a really fascinating intersection. We're looking at that exact point where ancient heritage bumps right up against active modern education. We're going to explore how a physical location isn't just a pile of stones, but actually embodies a living, breathing, continuous legacy of learning. So think about the historical monuments you've visited, or maybe just seen in textbooks. A lot of the time, they can feel, well, a bit frozen in time, right? Just these silent remnants of a bygone era. But I want to throw a question at you right off the bat to kind of flip that perspective. Where exactly does history become a classroom? I mean, how do these static ancient monuments actually transform into dynamic living spaces for us to learn from today? Okay, let's dive into this. The answer actually lies in this beautifully concise yet packed little truth. A great historical place in Tamil Nadu for educational purposes is the Brihadeeswarar Temple. And honestly, this single sentence right here, it's going to be the anchor for our entire journey today. Section 1, Legacy of Tamil Learning. Now, this legacy is anchored geographically in one specific spot, Tamil Nadu. We're not talking about some vague, generalized history here. No, the roots of this heritage are deeply, deeply tied to the specific cultural and historical landscape of this exact region. And that brings us to this specific phrase, a legacy of Tamil learning. Now notice the active word there, learning. It literally shifts our whole mindset, doesn't it? We aren't just staring at an old, passive place anymore. We're being asked to think about an ongoing, active tradition. Because really, a legacy isn't something that's just over and done with. It's something that continues to teach us today. Section 2, the Brihadeeswarar Temple. Now, what's really interesting here is that we have the ultimate answer to that question we opened with, the Brihadeeswarar Temple. It's not just this breathtaking masterpiece of design, though it totally is. It's actually the very place where that deep geographical legacy of learning is actively housed. Consider the duality at play for a second. On one side, we've got a historical place, representing the past, the ancient, the preserved heritage. But then, right on the other side, we have educational purposes. That's active, that's present-day learning and utility. Just because something is a historical place doesn't mean it stops being useful. In fact, its rich history is exactly what gives it such educational power right now. Section 3, for educational purposes.
So, the absolute crucial point is this exact phrase, educational purposes. This is what makes the Brihadishwar Temple really stand out in our analysis today. It isn't just designated as some tourist spot for us to passively gawk at. No, it is explicitly identified as a tool for education. It has a job to do, an active job, imparting knowledge to anyone who studies it.
All right, let's bring all of this together. We can distill the core identity of this site into 3 really clear, memorable takeaways. Number 1, it is undeniably a historical place. Number 2, it's firmly rooted geographically in Tamil Nadu. And number 3, it actively serves educational purposes. You put those together, and those 3 points define exactly what the site is, and more importantly, why it matters to us. As we wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with a final thought based on what we've just unpacked. The very next time you encounter a historical monument, ask yourself, are you treating historical spaces merely as relics to be looked at or as active centers for learning? Because as the Brihadeshwar Temple shows us, the best history lessons don't always happen in a traditional classroom. Sometimes the classroom is the history itself. Keep learning and keep asking those questions.